Hi everyone, it's Dr. Victoria Scarborough speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. I'm here in my office. I just finished 2 readings, one on Beto O'Rourke and one on Peter Buttigieg. They were both numerology and Kabbalah readings, so check those out. They're pretty cool, interesting, really interesting. My point in doing them is to give people a better perspective, if I could, based on how I read the numbers and work with the Kabbalah, and in some cases the astrology if I have it available to me, so we can make better decisions. We can kind of see who these people are at a core level, and astrology, Kabbalah, numerology on a certain level, especially astrology, but even the other two are an art of observation and correlation. So you see what they do and their personalities and the kinds of things that seem important to them, and you can see that in their charts, and it's very eye-opening. And you yourself can have one of those done, if you have some questions about yourself or what your talents are. I mean, most people know, but a lot of times we're like, I think I can do that. I don't know. Sometimes it's good to hear it from somebody who doesn't really know you, and then you find out that you're right. Most astrology, in my experience, personally, has been sort of pointing out things that were true about me that perhaps I didn't even have a name for, or that just made me accept it a little bit more, make it say, yes, that's me. I'm different. I'm never going to fit into a regular thing. It's freeing when you see it in your chart and they're like, you're never going to fit into a regular thing. And you're like, oh, okay, good. As we become more integrated and more self-aware, maybe there's less and less of that, but we're all humans, so I think we all need a little help. So that's not what this is about. What do I want to do? I wanted to do a reading. I wanted to I wanted to experiment with camera position and stuff. So I'm going to put this down, and you'll be able to see this. It's not the widest lens, but this is my best. It's my tablet. It has the best. It has the best camera, actually, of all my cameras. The best picture. So let's see. What do we want to ask about today? Why don't we ask about the Ides of March, which is tomorrow. I just want to do a reading about tomorrow. Now, I don't generally do readings. Let's just do a reading about tomorrow. That's not what it is. But it is the Ides of March. And so I think it's apropos. There are things sort of floating out there in the heavens and in the ethers. Let's see if any of it comes to pass. I'm just going to do a truncated Celtic cross for this. Okay, let's see what the immediate environment is. Okay, we have the Nine of Swords. Can you see that? Now, these are going to be upside down to you, but they're not upside down to me. Oh my God, this card is stuck. Okay, there we go. We have the Nine of Swords, so let me show you that card. So there's an underlying or an overlying or just lying. We have some anxiety. So are you feeling this anxiety? I know a lot of people have been talking about it. Oh wow, this card matches my shirt. Sorry. So we have somebody here, and they are sort of, I don't know if you can see it, but they're all like squashed in on themselves. They've got their knees up that's their face, that's their head, that's their knees, their hands. They're sort of all like rolled up in a ball. And we have this red sword lines coming towards them. So this is a sense of anxiety, but it doesn't necessarily mean that there's anything. It's more of a mental state than an actual state, right? Than an actual somebody's coming after you when you're afraid. It's really about mental stress and anxiety. So let's see what's crossing that. Okay, we have the Page of Swords. This is about, this could be a spy, this could be about information coming out, gossip, things like that. It's in the challenge position. So this could be somebody, a betrayal, something like that. Now, I didn't ask specifically about any particular person, but this is probably what's causing the anxiety. Okay? That somebody's going to do something that's just crappy. Okay, let's see. At the root of it, okay, so we have this sense of having worked really hard to, it's a three of coins. There's this sense of having worked really hard to sort of set yourself up to perfect your talents, your abilities. This generally is not a card associated in the other decks anyway with juggling, but there is this sense of sort of holding it all up on your shoulders here. So there can be this sense of having to like hold everything up on your shoulders, heavy responsibilities. There's a part of you that enjoys that. There's a part of you that enjoys being responsible for your life, but there's also a lot of responsibility and heavy burdens with that. Let's see what's in the past. Okay, we have the Hierophant. In this deck, we see this older man opening a box, and there's light coming out of the box. So this is seeing how things are structured, seeing how things are built. This is looking deeper, and has to do with structure. Now, what's interesting about this card is that this is a card associated with the sign of Taurus. The Hierophant and Taurus are connected. And Taurus just moved into, Uranus, just moved into Taurus. And this, in a way, is kind of that energy of sort of the Pandora's box of Uranus moving into Taurus, coming around to shake us up, to shake up our values, to shake up our structures, to shake up our earth, to shake up our money, to shake up our relationships. Taurus is a Venus rule sign, to what is most important to us, to our shelter, to our food, these are all things that we have to become very much aware of and start moving in the direction of preparing for that. So we can see why most of our anxiety, it seems, has to do with money. Okay, and this is in the sky. We have the Death card. This is the fear of change. Death is not really truly death, right? Death is just transformation. And it's interesting because these cards are really hard. They're beautiful cards, but they're not the easiest. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can let me pull this light, and maybe you can get a better view, because I really want you to see these cards. Oh my God, I don't know if that was better. Now I can't see. Okay, is this helpful? Let me see here. I'm trying to make this better, and I think I'm making it worse. So here, this is a skeleton head here, and then there's a, I don't think this is helping. I'm sorry, folks. I'm going to shut that off. I tried. I need a teenager to help me through this. We have a skeleton here, and here's the horse that he rides. And there's darkness behind him, but there's light below. So death really is about transformation. It's about letting go of that which no longer serves. And a lot of times we get attached to our things, we get attached to our situations. It's time to sort of, the energy of changes is out there, and things are going to change. Now, after I read this, I'm going to read it in another context, and we'll see, because there's things coming to me as I'm reading this. Okay, and then we have the future card is the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups in this deck, we have two people, and the cups are above them. This card can be idealism around love. but it can also be love brought to a higher level, and I think that's what this card. And we have the stars in the background, so there really is a sense of hope. There's a sense of working together. This is a 2. It's about working as equals. In the other decks, we have a man and a woman. They're about the same height. They're standing toe to toe, looking at each other. They each have their own cup. They each have their own sense of who they are, and yet they're together and working together. And that's a sense of perhaps having us work together, having us work together. Okay. Now, I think that if I were to just have applied this to a situation in America, I think that there is a lot of anxiety, especially around money. I think that there are many people who have woken up to the fact that, you know, on a certain level, we've been fleeced. And and that it can and destabilizes so much these people in positions of power who don't seem to be listening to us at all. It's not completely true of everybody. There's hope out there. There is the desire to work together, certainly in the future anyway. So I think we're going to be okay, but there's going to be some pain. There's going to be some pain. But this is interesting because I asked about the Ides of March, which are tomorrow, and this very much looks like something's going to come down. Some information's going to come down and going to cause a big transformation. I do feel like this is Trump or his family, quite honestly. Or perhaps the Republicans, or whoever has something to lose because somebody is spilling the beans. But then this being the future is an opportunity for us to work together to bring it up to a higher level, sort of get away from the rot that we've been experiencing. So, all right, that's what I want to say about that. Let's see, is there anything else I want to pull? I don't have any other cards around me, so that's it. Okay, so this was a little bit of an experimental reading because I didn't really have an idea. I just felt like I needed to pull some cards. So like and subscribe. I'll see you again soon. Have a great day. Bye.